Oh, hi. I'm doing a weapons tier list for Jump King Quest. Couple comments before I start. I of course only have enough experience with each weapon to be able to put them in a bracket. I do have a bunch of hours playing different people in PvP. So this will be a PvP tier list for weapons. However, it is also very subjective. Although I'll try to stay objective, even if I don't like a weapon. The first one we have to start off, I think they're alphabetical, so yeah. Axe. Axe has poor range. Doesn't move you forward when you attack. It's slow. The damage is good, but that's about it. It's horrible. Not only as a PvP weapon, but in general. Balding Stars, they have a bunch of moves, special moves that you can use, which gives you like, I think if you master this weapon, if you really play a lot with it, you can not only have fun, but like adjust to different situations in-game and in PvP as well. So I'll go with Bard. I don't particularly like this. The range is a little small, so... Although some of the attacks are very cool and situational, which puts this pretty high on the list, I would say. Falcon Sword, Bandit, Falcon Knife. I would like to like this weapon, but the speed is great. The range is on the smaller side, I would say. The only problem with this is that the damage it's very small, and the special move is useless. If a weapon has a useless move, it's not doing great in my eyes. Bastard Sword. So people, I guess most people don't like this because it's slow, but it really compensates with damage. And I think its special is it's side heavy, and you can feint a move. You can feint like a heavy attack, and then do something else, which is very cool. It's not too great because of its slow speed, but it's pretty good. I'll have to think about it. It's definitely better than this. A Battle Axe. It's not bad. The range is okay. You're not moved forward too much. There's one special move that is fine. It's an axe. It's not great. In general, axes are very bad in this game for some reason. I feel like axes, I guess, but it's not a good weapon, I would say. Black Knight's Sword. I love this weapon. It's so versatile. It has everything. However, the recoveries of most of the moves are too slow. Even if you hit the enemy, which is a bit crazy, it's possible to hit an enemy that shields, and that enemy can whip out his weapon and attack you. But it is a great weapon anyway. Bogo Club. It's broken in a bad way. It is way too slow. It has very cool animations, and like the moveset of this weapon is nice. It just doesn't work in PvP. However, it's a funny weapon to use in PvE, although still not entirely great because of how slow it is. Except the headbang attacks, which are absurdly fast and annoying to deal with. Yeah, that's more like it. Oh man, Bozo Dagger. If you ever tried this out, this is the weakest weapon of them all. For PvP at least. For PvE is great. It's just a dagger that moves you forward a bit when you attack, so that's great. Has a fast heavy attack and a 3-hit combo or 4-hit combo. I'm not sure. I think 3-hit combo. But you can block the string very easily after every attack. Even if you get hit from the back, you can turn around, take out the shield, and block the string from this dagger. So it's even worse than the axe. I'm just gonna put it here because I am considering PvP. There are 70 weapons in this tier list. That's a lot of weapons. I didn't know there are this many weapons in the game, to be honest. Never counted them, so that surprises even me. Chaos Flail. That thing is great. It has crazy range. It closes up the distance between you and the enemy really fast. has great stagger and damage, a lot of damage actually. The light heavy doesn't combo. If it would, this will probably be the best weapon there is, because it would just, if you cut someone without a shield, it would deal like almost full HP of damage. It also has the turnaround attack, which is a nice addition. It's a pretty balanced weapon, and it's great. Yep, that's all I have to say about it. Malkonen, Claws of Malkonen, they're good, but they're missing damage, or like shield pressure. The special attack doesn't work as it's supposed to. I think it bonks on shield, which is very weak. It has a good heavy attack. In general, it's quite okay as a weapon. Not great because of the range. It kind of imitates like the movement of a cat. It's still not mobile enough to have like a sizable advantage, so I'm just gonna put it in Bard. Claymore. All of the big weapons are good in PvP. Claymore, however, is the worst of them all because its heavy attack has a very bad arc for no apparent reason. When the game was first released, Claymore was the best weapon out of all the great swords. However, they nerfed the range. Why? I don't know. Now it has nothing that stands out from like a great sword. So it's the worst of great swords when it comes to like the light, heavy attacks. I'm actually upset about it. I'm gonna put it in Bard as the best Bard weapon. Oh, the names, by the way: the Babe, King, Bard, Knaf, and the Jester. They're from the game, the gambling game with the bandits in Abandoned Ruins. Cock's Foot, damn, this is a funny weapon. It moves you forward so much with each attack, and it doesn't have any special moves. However, it doesn't need any special moves, because it already has a very special heavy attack. When you hold it down, it kind of does a fake out. It's like a wind-up, more like a wind-up. Acts as a wind-up. And it pulls you forward so much that the enemy might not be ready for it. And it deals crazy damage on that. The recovery on whiffs is great. It's very close to the Chaos Flail. I think in PvE it's much better than Chaos Flail, because it's faster, but in PvP it falls a little bit short. However, it is still a great choice, I think. The normal dagger is... The only problem with the normal dagger is that it doesn't move you forward and the damage is bad. So essentially everything that's good in weapons is bad in the dagger. It has an okay heavy attack. It is better than the axe. That's about the dagger. It's a starting weapon. It's not supposed to be very good. Dark Flails. Dark Flails are broken. At the same time, they have a useless special attack. So the heavy tap attack is very fast, and the heavy charge attack breaks every shield instantly, which is ridiculous. The light attacks close the distance. I don't think light attacks combo with the heavy, but they don't have to, because the heavy tap is so quick that it puts pressure on the shield, and then it's your turn again. In PvE, they're also very good. The special attack, I don't understand why is it like this, but you have to be on the ground to attack on both sides simultaneously at the same time. It's a top tier weapon because it's broken. That's all I have to say about that. Very good weapon in general, actually. If it weren't broken, if they nerfed the heavy attack a bit, maybe the damage on the shield damage, because the damage is okay, or the speed, because it's way too fast. Although it's kind of cool that it's fast, because you wouldn't expect it from a flail weapon. I would much rather have this weapon have a unique special attack that works than being OP and broken. Yep. Dark Initiate Mace. I don't know much about this weapon. I haven't played a lot with it, but it's very unique in that it can ignore the shields. It has a grab move, basically. It is a little slow, but has good enough range. The heavy attack deals colossal damage. It is a good weapon in general, but because of its slow speed, it would be somewhere around here, I would say. Also, it's really hard to get. The drop chance on this is very small. The grab move is way too slow. If you want a weapon to have a gimmick and work in PvP, make it reaction based, as it is right now, but don't make the wind up like last 4 seconds. Okay, 3 seconds, that's still a lot. Like, you can never get hit by that unless you've made a big mistake. Dawn's Axe Waters. So this is on the opposite of the spectrum if you compare it to the Chaos Flails, which is like also a double weapon. The special moves are so weak that they bonk on shield. If they fix the special moves so that they're not interrupted by blocking from other players, then it's a really good weapon. This is great damage. Unique light attacks, which is it's one hit. The first combo hit is 1 hit. The second one is double hit, and then from there you can go into special attacks. Also, after the first hit, the recovery is very fast, so you can choose to jump away or whatever. Also, we use it in speedruns because the damage is so good. The scaling is great. On the damage scaling is good. It's not a great weapon. It's a good weapon. Is it better than Claymore? No, not considering PvP, but it is way better than all of these weapons, I would say. It's Elite Axe. It's just axe with better damage. It has the exact same range and animations. Here somewhere. The bow club, by the way, is higher than the battle axe because of its uniqueness and options. Black Knight's Cleavers. Great heavy attack. Special attack. Really cool and unique. The fact that you can parry it so easily is abysmal. It shouldn't bonk on shield. It should be a shield breaker instead. Light attacks? Okay. I think the strength of this weapon lies in its in the special attack and the heavy attack, because that deals a lot of damage. But it falls short. The heavy attack falls short because of its weakness to blocking and really slow recovery. Okay, so I would really like them to be better, but I think they are not great. You have to work extra hard for them to be as good as the other weapons. I think it's the Fat Knight Skewer is the name of this spear. It's a great poking weapon. No special moves. No, actually it does have a special move. This is the weapon that has the retreating attacks or advancing attacks. The recovery is too slow from the special move. Otherwise, a great spear. But because you can't use the special move, because you'll just get swallowed by any other weapon. Every spear has a weakness, a clear weakness, of not having an arc on any of the attacks. So just neutral jumping against spears is a great tactic. However, it is not obvious how to approach a person with a spear because of the range it has. So that is its strength, obviously. I think we'll do a little mixing here. Probably lower, because the special move is so bad. Well, it isn't bad by itself, but the recovery is too slow. Another spear, however, this is a lance. Frog lance. It's called a frog lance. It's okay. If you want to play with a spear, but you don't want a spear, this is out there, I guess. I think it has a unique damage type, which is like piercing damage. General Saber, there's not much to discuss here. A free hit combo, you don't have to follow through with the combo, or you can delay the attacks. And because of the great arc on the later attacks, which is the second and the third especially hit, which goes like upwards, this is a great weapon. Also, it advances you forward as you attack, and quite a lot too. The heavy attack has great damage, great shield damage, and also advances you forward. So yeah, despite not having any special attacks, this is a really, really, really good weapon, even if it isn't the best. Giant Bone. It's kind of slow. It's hard to catch somebody to get that last hit to kill, because of how slow it is and how predictable the attacks are. It's like a bludgeon damage type big greatsword weapon. But it's not a greatsword because it's a bone. It's okay. It's quite balanced. It could get a little buff, I think. Maybe the recovery after the spin, because it's kind of slow. The heavy is okay. The heavy is the only way you can kill somebody and the special move, but you wouldn't really throw out the special move out of the random. It's a lot of fun in PvE, so I'm gonna consider that as well. It's like an Unga Bunga weapon, honestly. It makes you feel like that. Is it better than Claymore? It is better, even if it has smaller range horizontally. You know what? I am going to put it down here. Okay, so I don't think the DF Mace is better than Claymore. I'm gonna kick it down a bit. And the bone lacks the extra range that all the other greatswords have for me to put it up in the king category. The Gimp Wheel. The extremely, and I have to really like throw it out there, the extremely small, tiny, micro range on the light attacks is laughable. If they just made them advance just a little bit with each attack, this would be a good weapon. The special move is great. I think the for what you get after using the special move, there's risk and there's reward. If you hit somebody with it, you get a crazy reward. If you hit the shield, you get a reward. That's great. But if you miss, there is a big enough window to punish it to be like a big burden if you misuse the special move, you get punished for it. But if you use it well, it's a great reward. Honestly, really cool weapon. There's no other weapon in the game that comes close to how unique this moveset is. It has a funny slap too. It isn't too great because of the light attacks, but it's a fun weapon to use. Right now, I think it stands somewhere here. As I'm looking at this, the Dawn's Axe Waters and Welding Stars are not comparable because the Welding Stars don't have a weakness, except like maybe their range. But yeah, I'm gonna change the order here a bit. Gladius. So this is a dagger that has no special moves. It has a 4-hit combo, which just drains your health if you're caught. And you cannot interrupt it. The heavy move is cool. It points forward and upwards, and it moves you forward as well when you use it. Very good weapon. Despite its small range, this is has great damage. I'm considering to put it in the king bracket here, but I'll think about it. Gnarly Bludgeon. It's slow. The heavy is what you'd expect. It's like smack somebody on the head from above, so it has a good arc. It's still slow. It has a quick move, which you would normally use in PvP to like poke somebody. So you'd always use this move. And this small move takes away a lot of shield, but strictly for PvP. It has enough poise damage to stagger enemies in PvE as well. So it is a good weapon. It is a good weapon in general. Not great. Nothing stands out except this shield damage on the poking move, which you would always use first, or like finish because it doesn't bonk on shield because it's a big weapon. So you would do like light, and you wouldn't do a heavy, you would just use the poke move, which deal critical shield damage and leave the enemy running away or in trouble. I think it could be better than the bone. I think Gladius still stays in king because of how much health it takes if you get hit by it once, and the quick recovery because it's dagger. Nodric's Ladle. Really fun weapon to use, despite my initial impression of it. The special moves could use a little weight to them, because you can interrupt them with a light attack of any weapon, and I don't think you should be able to. So they just need hyper armor or like poise, I'm not sure which one it is. Good big weapon. Is it great for PvP? It is. Is it fun in PvE? I think it would be more fun if you didn't get the special moves interrupted, so I think I prefer the Ladle. However, the little poke move on the Gnarly Bludgeon is just... It's way too much. The utility is too great for it to be better than the Gnarly Bludgeon. If you didn't have the special moves interrupted by a light attack, I think I would put it very close to the King bracket. Noscomb's Glaive. That is a monster of a weapon. It's very well balanced. If you get attacked by it, it doesn't bonk on shield. The stationary nature of the attacks of the Noscomb's Glaive is a drawback, but it has so much damage, and the special move closes the gap, especially if you catch somebody off guard with it. You can essentially it's like a standing weapon. You can spam moves in the general area, and if somebody jumps in, they will get hit by them because of the great... It has such a good arc. I think it might be better than the Cock's Foot in PvP. It is not better, however, than the Chaos Flail. Yeah. Good stick. Oh, this stick has a good shape for a stick. But it's a meme weapon. Somehow it's better than the Cleavers, because I think of the simplicity and of the poke that it has. The poke really gives it an option to just poke somebody for very little damage and from far away to make it relevant. But the range is small. The attack is medium damage, so yeah, it's just silly that you can poke somebody with it. Fun concept of a weapon, not too great for PvP or, I mean, PvE. Yeah, it kind of works, honestly. I would much rather have something done to the heavy attack of this good stick, so it can shine a different light on that weapon, because right now there's nothing special about it. PvP viability? Yeah, probably around here. The Bastard Sword, it's hard to choose where I would put it exactly, maybe here. And the long range of the spear really isn't that bad. I think speed still wins with range. Oh, Great Mace. It's great. For PvE, not really. It has so much stagger and shield damage and range that you're not able to escape. Even if they do the shield changes, which would be like the shield recovering stamina after it's broken, so that you get a free hit on somebody. It's still scary. Like, you just don't want to be close to the Great Mace. Should I put it in here? No, probably not the Babe weapon. I think it has the same intimidation that Noscomb's Glaive has because of the shield damage it does, and it doesn't bonk. It doesn't have enough tools to justify putting it in the higher category or anywhere higher on the list, I think. But it's super scary. The damage is huge, as is the range. And it breaks every single shield with a heavy charge attack, so if someone's playing passively because they're scared of it, which I don't blame them, this is a very powerful monster weapon, essentially. Cultist Sword, I think it's called. I love this weapon. The moveset is so funny. If you could cancel the special moves, this would be my favorite weapon to use. It is so much complexity to it that you have to predict where an enemy will approach and then use a move accordingly, because the wind-up for them is so long that you get punished for it too severely. And it really is fun. It has hard inputs, so it also makes it it also makes this weapon a show-off weapon, I would say. It's like, hey, look what I can do. I play fighting games. I guess right here, right about here now, yeah. It has a special move that is really fast too, and it's a multi-hit. It works really well in PvP, especially if you want to surprise somebody, but it's a bit slow, but it compensates. So, in the middle, basically. Still, Claymore is better. Goon Flail. Gruda's Goon Flail. Gruda's Goon's Flail. Huge range, basic, but good. It's kind of like Chaos Flail, a little weaker with like the tools it has, but it compensates in speed and recovery, I think. It is like medium speed, I would say, but it feels so fast because of how much range it has. Kind of basic. It has two useless moves, which is the rolling. I don't know if they're supposed to be taunting moves or whatever, but you can misinput them and it's stupid. Is it the king weapon? The black sword, I just want it to be the king weapon. A really good weapon. But it has too many drawbacks, especially the recovery on the moves it offers. So I'll put it down next to the Dark Initiate Mace. And the Gruda's Goonflail will be the first in Bard, I think. Oh, actually, let's put it here. I'm not sure. I would have to think about it. Okay. A Hero's Sword, the starting weapon. Honestly, this weapon is just like the most basic weapon you have. It's a 2 light attack combo with a heavy attack. Every attack moves you forward a bit, but not too much. It's good. I think you could win against any weapon with this if you play super smart and safe. Nothing much to discuss. It's a medium weapon. There's good arc on the heavy attack as well. I think it attacks from the top and then upwards. So the second slice is also very useful. This is the combat knife. It's okay. I think it lies somewhere here. There's nothing else. I don't have much to say about this. Has guile scaling, which is weird. I don't understand it. It is a wacky moveset. It has a sucker punch, which I think deals a bit more shield damage, not too much. It is quite useful. The range isn't great. Yeah, it's about here. Has more to it than the Hero's Sword, but not much more. Oh, the High Order Spatha. I only learned that this weapon is great not long ago. It has everything. The 2-hit light attack combo is quite basic, but it's good. The heavy attack deals a lot of damage and has good range and arc, and it has a poking move. I think it is the most balanced weapon. If I were to choose one weapon to use in like choose one weapon in this tournament and like play for everybody to play with, this would be entertaining and fair, and it would feel quite empowering to like wield this weapon because it has everything. High Order Warhammer. Slow weapon, great damage, heavy attack good. The kick deals like 90% of shield damage, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you have to do 2 kicks, but I don't know. So it's like a heavy weapon that you should respect, and then it mixes things up with the kick. So honestly, really good. Yeah, kind of like the Gnarly Bludgeon, honestly. It works similarly, but this has more raw power than the Bludgeon. High Order Zweihanda. The best PvE weapon in the game, I think. The light attacks are so quick, and you can jump away or block right after using them immediately, always. Very slow, heavy attack. When you charge it, fast, heavy tap with really good arc. And I think this is one of the slowest attacks in the game if you charge it, if you hold the heavy, but it breaks through shields. Unless you have like the best shield against this weapon, then it doesn't break immediately. But I think it deals like 60% of your health if somebody hits you with this charge attack, which doesn't happen often, but yeah. Really good weapon for PvP as well. Not super good. I think it's so. Oh, it also has this. It also has this special move, which leaves you exposed completely, even if someone blocks it. But it probably has the best arc and range of the entire game. This special attack. If they decreased the recovery a bit, or at least made the stagger on blocking longer for enemies, then okay, I guess that will make it much better and not useless, kind of. Huntsman knife, very fast. The special move makes the approach, or like you can end the light combo with it, because the heavy doesn't combo with lights. One of the better daggers, but also too weak to be considered good, I would say. Oh, Knight's Flail. I forgot about this weapon. It's average. I think it has one good attack, and it's the special attack, because it advances you so much forward. There's like no reason to use the heavy, I think, because it has this great approaching move. Although the heavy is a bit faster, so I guess if you like attack the enemy and he decides to block, then you would use the heavy. But cool in PvE. So I like this weapon. The animation is cool. The fact that you carry like one ball that you swing around, that's funny physics. But other than that, not great. It's okay. Here. Oh, this is called Croak's. What is the machete? The kukri. Croak's kukri. The moveset on this is so cool. It makes you feel like you are the Croak assassin. And it has a lot of utility too. Very cool light combo. I think it's like 4 moves, 4 slashes or 3. The fact that the heavy attack does a step back when you charge it is so unique. The spinning special attack also very cool. I think it's a really viable weapon. I would put it like here somewhere, if not any higher. I'm just not good enough with this weapon to decide whether it's better than all of these. I think you could make it really good. The enemy has to start second guessing themselves if you're gonna go in or just jumping around. Really cool weapon. Let's put it up here for now. Maybe even in the king category, I don't know. Max Chicken Spear. It's a spear. That's all I have to say. I think it's better than the Fat Knight Skewer by a bit, because it has a little better range on most of the attacks. Not the heavy, but this spear has the better version of the special attack that the Skewer has. And it's very scary, because it's quite fast. It is a spear, so it has, well, from all the pros and cons, it doesn't have any arc attacks, so kinda weak there, but yeah. I'm not sure where to put it. It's better than this spear. Is it better than Huntsman Knife? I think so. Is it better than Malkonan's? Could be. Dawn Axe Waters. What are they doing here? I think I have to put them lower on the list. They're fun weapons to use, not in PvP though. Meat Hammer. Oh man, I really like this weapon, its animations and all, but its first attack on the light string is just bollocks. I don't think it bonks on shield, but it bonks on the first attack. So why would you make it like this? Why? Too slow, too mediocre, too many drawbacks. Not a viable PvP weapon. Yeah, next to the bludgeon. Suffers from the same problems. Mostly. Metal pipe. It's a metal pipe. You swing it around. It's not great. Probably a meme weapon more than anything. Morning Star. This is deceptively strong. Deceptively weak. Because it is quite strong, but not very strong. It's a bit too contained in its like box when you swing it. It has a really good attack that you can just spam. I think it's the special attack, and you would just use this one attack in this entire weapon. I don't think that's a viable strat, because then people expect it. So even despite this having a good attack, a really good attack, like I think this attack is the entire kit of this weapon that is useful to use, but then everybody expects you to use it and loops up on itself. So It's not a great weapon in general. It's okay for PvE, a bit slow, no range, doesn't move you forward, but the move is good. That one move. So the fact with this spear, the frog lance, it's not a spear, it's a lance, is that you can jump with the attack. And the recovery on the light attack isn't too slow, so you could like zone a bit by jumping. Not that bad. Well, the same goes for the Knight's Flail, that it has kind of the same attack that the Morningstar does, although the Morningstar's attack is much better in terms of damage, and Knight's Flail has more range, so I think it's higher there. The range is a bit more important than damage, if you can't catch anybody with the damage. Odachi! Whoa, it's as fast as a dagger, but the damage is so lacking. It's as I said, it has range and speed, so it will make you win more encounters. It's a really good weapon for PvE, if not one of the best, honestly. So the weak damage doesn't help me putting it up here somewhere, purely out of the toolkit that it has. But the damage is so low. Why is the damage so low? When I was talking about High Order Spatha, I really thought about it and tried to compare it to the Black Knight Sword, because it also has a big toolkit. If the Black Knight Sword had a faster recovery after whiffing and after hitting as well, then maybe better hitbox on this dragon spin or whatever the move is called, the spinning move, then I would put it at the top of the king bracket without like a second thought, but it's not, so yeah. Spatha, I don't have enough experience to like put it into the babe actually. Okay, where were we? Ah, the Odachi. Here, I think. Oinko's curved sword. Here you go. Or Oinko's curved sword is OP. Probably because of the first slash, which lets you do absolutely everything after that. The Mud Feast move, which is like smashing the head into the floor, deals crazy damage and on shield. It's fun to use in PvE, kind of balanced, honestly, because it's not that fast. It has a good heavy attack and super range on the light attacks, and it doesn't boink on shield, and it advances you forward. It's here right now, actually. I meant to put it at the very top, the best weapon. This is only considering the current state of the game where the shield breaks and you can just lock somebody in place, just because it's broken. Rapier has fast move, okay arc, but it kind of keeps you in place, so I think it's still better than the flails, because you can land more hits more often with it than with the flails. And the poke deals way too much damage to the shield. I think what would be cool is if it dealt like 3/4 or even half the health to the shield that it does right now, but it pushed you, so the knockback on yourself would be too great, so it's like you attack, but it's safe, but the weapon still retains its strengths. Okay. Yeah, Rapier. Definitely there. But not better than these two by a large margin, actually. Okay, so this is called Rat's Crafted Club. Yeah, Rat's Crafted Club. And it's not great. It is one of the free weapons in the game that has a feint on the moves. That's so cool. It's a little strange. It feels unfinished. Like they weren't sure what they want to do with it. It's not great for PvE. It's not great for PvP either. It has a feint on the move, so that's a strength, and quite a big one too. But it's not intimidating enough for this feint to have any effect, honestly. So, somewhere here, I think it's still better than like the Knight's Flail, but not better than the Bastard Sword. Yeah. And Rattling Pipe Club is the exact same weapon, just a reskin. I think, no, okay, so it's not the exact same weapon. It has One different scaling attribute is what I remember. Reaper. Oh, so it would be much more fun for both sides fighting the Reaper to have a grab move on the return from sender or whatever is the special move. The special move's name is. I like it. It deals enough damage to be good in PvP. Has good range, advances you forward. If you catch somebody off guard, you can do a light combo into the special move, and it's a true combo. Probably better than Black Knight's sword. Not better than Odachi, because Odachi is just too fast and the range is too good to... Despite its small damage, yeah, somewhere here. Yeah, it's a really good weapon, honestly. Red Crown Halberd. So it has a special move where you do a stance, and then you're locked in this stance for like 20 seconds. Okay, not 20, but like 12. And you stand, and you stand, and you stand, and nothing gets you out of this stance unless someone hits you. Or you hit somebody. So... it is a punishment of doing it. It is a stance. Using it at a corner of a platform is great. If someone is good enough in the game and knows this weapon enough, he can still hit you, unless they have very small range on a dagger, which makes it impossible for them to hit you. It's possible to jump over it, although the attack trigger is quite large. I like this weapon. It's a lot of fun. If they let you get out of the second part of the animation, I would love this weapon. But the idea of getting stuck for 12 seconds in one place because you use the move, it's just stupid. I think the heavy attack or the light attack string attacks from above, so it has an arc. So it is a really good weapon, actually. Am I crazy for putting it here? Between Reaper and Black Sword? I don't think so. It's a spear weapon with good range that has an arc move, which no other spear has. And it's unique special. Spear, a Red Crown Spear. Pretty fun. Kind of useless special attack. It does this goofy leg wiggle before it winds up, and you could always see it coming. It hits you once instead of multiple times. I think if you're charging at somebody, it should hit you multiple times, especially when you're blocking. Not looking great. The range is really good though. It has good poke on the heavy attack. Probably here. Yeah. Red Crown Sword. Good weapon in general. A little slow. The range is good for like a medium sword. So I'm gonna put it upper slash. Oh, you're correct. Okay, I messed up the weapons. Look, I mean, they look so similar. Come on. This one has a feint. And Bastard Sword is really slow. And I think I'll still keep it like this, though. Because of how slow Bastard Sword is. Okay, so I thought that Bastard Sword actually has this attack. But that doesn't change much here. Because of my perspective on it. I think it's a little better, though. Is it better than the Makshiken Spear? I don't think so. Is it better than Huntsman Dagger? Huntsman Dagger, low damage. Approach is easy. Damage is bad, kind of. It's a different weapon, much different. Yeah, the spears are still at an advantage with the range. I really like the gimmick it has, that you can feint an attack. Red Crown Sword has a feint attack. It could have a feint attack. And the Bastard Sword has an uppercut. Redfin Bandit Battle Axe. It has a kick which takes some shield of the damage of the takes some health of the stamina of the shield. It is a fun move that could be improved to match PvP. For example, not bonk on shield. Great light attacks, although a bit slow. It's a good weapon. Honestly, I think it goes somewhere around here. Odachi's still faster, so better. Yeah, better than Reaper? Might be. Better toolkit. Next, Ritual Sword. This is a one-trick pony weapon. Good slashing moves on the light attacks. and the heavy poke deals like 95% of shield damage, shield stamina of every shield. Plus, it has a lot of knockback. Plus, it's fast. A really annoying weapon to deal with. Honestly, it has nothing special to it, but what it does really well. Is it better than any big sword? No. Is it better than the Adachi? Could be. Rob's dagger. Oh my god, I have to tell you something about Rob's dagger. You probably don't know this, but Rob's dagger is really shitty. But it has the highest damage on a dagger on the, I think it's Throat Cutter. The move is called Throat Cutter. In PvE, I was playing with a bunch of people. I used the Rob's dagger throughout the entire game, and I was just using this special move. It deals like 30% more than any other move in the game. More damage. For PvP though, the approaches are good, because it really pushes you forward. It pushes you so much forward, in fact, that it's really hard hitting stuff when you're standing still, like grabbing the slop from the roots or pots. It's a little weak in general. I would like it to be good. It's very fun. It is very fun, but only for PvE. For PvP, not so much. Yeah. Maybe if the jumping move was much faster, so that it was like a mix-up that you can do, and then you would decrease the damage on it. Okay, in terms of PvP, am I putting Hero's Sword above Rob's dagger? No. Scimitar. You already know my opinion about that. Fast attacks on the light slashes. Fast heavy tap with good shield damage. Huge damage on the heavy charge with relatively fast wind-up. It has a reverse move on landing that hits both sides that you can do in the air. It doesn't deal much, but it interrupts somebody that's like trying to attack you. So you can land anywhere, behind or in front, and still use it. If you land in front of them and they don't block, it's a 2-hit attack. And it moves you forward on the attacks. Not as much as General Sword or the heavy rapier tap, but it's really good. I am not entitled to say whether it's better than the General Sword or worse, although I prefer it. So I'm gonna put it here. Rapier is still worse than both of those. My favorite weapon in the game, and I'm not kidding, Servant's Sword. You probably think, oh, Servant's Sword, that useless weapon. I see where you're coming from, but this weapon has the single best heavy attack in the whole game. If you tap it, it's fast, deals a lot of damage, and has a huge arc that goes around you. I think this attack is even better than any of the attacks from heavy weapons. But that's about it. Like, there's nothing else that's good about this weapon. It doesn't combo the light moves, which is crazy. The light attacks are also very slow. Oh, and when you hold when you hold the charge attack, the arc that you do, it also pushes you forward and it covers like a huge area. It doesn't look like it, but it really does like give you a lot of space, and you have to respect that when you're playing against it. Although it has nothing else, so you can't like effectively play against somebody without having more than one move. I like this weapon so much, but it's so trash. One move is not good enough to redeem it. Here, I guess. This move is so good though. If I'm playing against a fairly new player, or like a little advanced player that has won the game several times, but hasn't spent a lot of time like practicing PvP, you can just win by spamming this move. It's this good. It's this good. Side sword. So it has a similar mechanic to how the Krulk's Kukri does a backstep when you charge the heavy attack, and then forward by a lot. I think even more than Krulk's Kukri. Okay, light slashes that move you forward fairly far, and that's all this weapon has. But it's good enough to work in PvP. PvE also okay, not very intricate, but it's good. I would say here, silverware. Oh man, this weapon could be like a super fun gimmick weapon, but instead it just doesn't work at all. I guess it works in PvE if you want to have a little bit of fun, but then it gets boring. If you hit somebody with a light attack, you can continue to slash them, but no, you can't do that, because the enemy can just block you out of it. If the enemy doesn't block after the first slash that you do in the cutting, they can block again before you do the final slash. It's like stab, slash, 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 stab. Heavy is good, and I think it has a special attack, or no? Yeah, it has a special attack, which is like the stab. It has good reach on that. So it's not completely useless, but the fact that you're able to block the light attack combo at any point essentially is horrible. Could be a good weapon with just a little tweaks, but it isn't. So I don't know. Here it's still better than the good stick, I guess, even without the light attacks, I suppose. Is it though? Or you know what? Even here, it's just lacking. Spade. I love the spade. I give it more credit than other people do, but I love the special attack. I love how the light attacks look. The first light attack looks like it's about to do this special attack. The heavy. It doesn't have a special attack. It's fun. It's a little bit of a gimmick weapon. If the charge attack, okay, so I'll tell you something about it. The charge attack doesn't bonk on shield. Definitely at point blank, but I'm not sure if it ignores it from range. Even if melee. What melee? No, the heavy attack. If you charge it, it ignores the shield. If you're close, I think. Yeah, it's like throwing dirt into people's eyes. I would like this weapon to have like a mix-up where you could stab and then delay it was written in the post that Masitao made. That would be so much fun and like intricate gameplay, and you would have to do a 50-50 and so. But you know. Oh, also, you can parry the dirt. Why? Why can you parry dirt? It looks so stupid. Like you throw dirt 5 meters in front of you, the dirt is flying and someone whips out their shield, and you, that's standing all the way back there, you get parried. Well, it's funny. I like it. It's not great. It's okay, I guess. You can still... It's definitely better than these, and I think these as well. Probably here. It has a range, just like spears do, so you could do well with it. Maybe. Well, to me it is. Probably not for everybody. Melkonen, Close with Melkonen, probably better than Bowling Stars too, because of how fast they are. That was my way of thinking last time. Spade and Lantern. More like Lantern and Spade. If they add the Babe in the next update, they need to add the option to parry her touch for the secret ending. You know what? No, that's a stretch. I'll just put it here. Lantern and Spade. It's kind of broken. The Lantern attack. The Spade is useless, but the Lantern attack is so good. Okay, when I said that that the Servant's heavy slash is the best move in the game, I didn't take into consideration the Lantern and Spade. The Lantern is an AoE that sometimes hits behind the shields. I don't know how, but it does. It happens. You can use it in the air to zone out jump-ins. You can charge it during a jump to break shields when you land. You can approach quickly and throw a heavy tap. So versatile with what you can do. And on top of that, the light slashes aren't useless. I think I put it in the right place here. Torturer's Spear. Okay, Torturer's Spear. This is a weapon that, if you want a spear, but you don't want a spear, you take the Torturer's Spear. It has quick attacks, but medium range. But it's long enough to, I guess, be considered a spear. It's like a best of both worlds, I suppose. Here, maybe. Oh, Troll's Iron Sword. Okay. I've played enough with this to know that it's a formidable weapon. And I also know its weaknesses, which is the speed. However, the range on the attacks and how fast you can chase somebody, even though the weapon is slow, you can chase somebody after attacking them and throw out the longest attack you have and still hit them is crazy. It's a really strong tool that you have on this weapon. It has hyper armor on the light attacks. It has special attacks which have only a little bit of variation in arc and speed and distance. Range, not distance. If you know those differences, you can use them in like many situations. It also has crazy damage on one particular move. It's a pretty nuanced weapon, honestly. It looks like an Unga Bunga big slab of stone, but it is really a complex weapon, I would say. And I think it's very good. Is it better than Gladius? I'll keep it here right now. I think it belongs at least here or higher. But I'm not sure. Ultra Great Sword. The best of the long weapons, in my opinion. Even better than Zanzibar's. Here. If you know how to use the special move to chase down people that like preemptively chase down people that would jump away from your attacks. This is a monster, the Ultra Great Sword. Really good. Uruk Kata. Probably not common knowledge. It has 3 attacks on the light combo, 2 of which, the first 2, they combo, and the third one doesn't. The third one, however, is a killing move that you can block, but you don't have to throw it out, and instead you can do a heavy attack, or charge a heavy attack. So when people expect a block, it's a good mix-up weapon that has very high damage. It's medium fast speed, a great approach, like the forward steps that it does at approaching is great. Good range, phenomenal arc, very underrated weapon because of how basic it is. But in PvP it has good enough depth and toolkit, despite being quite simple. Oh, and it doesn't bonk on shield, I think. Or does it? I think it does, actually. Sorry about that, yeah. Is it as good as these weapons? Yep, definitely is. Somebody prove me wrong about that. Wandering Stick. A really fast 3-hit combo that lands a lot of damage. With a nice heavy attack. Tap on the tap. It has a bit bad range. It does a little step forward, so it's okay. That's all there is to this weapon. It is okay. It's quite strong when it comes to the average weapons. Let's say it's the king of average weapons, okay? In PvE, of course, praise be the Wandering Stick. But in PvP, it's a little lacking on the range. I would put it somewhere here. The thing is that hitting somebody with this triple string, if you catch them already, you get these hits. Like it's a true combo. And then you can do the heavy attack and you hit the shield. It's a very simple weapon, but it works. Though the range is bad. So when you look at bowling stars, it has a lot of special attacks for many different situations. The Wandering Stick, however, has a light hit combo that covers all these situations, mostly. So it's much easier to use, therefore it's much better for PvP. Warden's Whip. That's kind of a meme weapon, although it's surprisingly good. There are many weapons that you can zone with in this game. This is a weapon you just want to stay back, although even if you're close to somebody, it's hard. The light attacks deal absolutely no damage to the shield. Zero. Like I think you can hit somebody 20 times, and I'm not over-exaggerating. You can mix those up with a slower heavy attack that deals considerable damage to the shield. Not as much as melee weapons that are up close and personal, but this is a good weapon for PvP. I love it, but if someone jumps over you, you die. Yeah. But it's a zoning weapon, so you're not supposed to let them jump over. If you're stuck in winding up the heavy attack and someone is already jumping over you, then yes, you're in trouble. But if you're not, you can just block and restart the whole process again. This is how zoning works. You can adapt and learn how to play against it, which doesn't make it any easier, but it's still good. It's fast. It has great range. This is what you're looking for in a weapon. The arc isn't super great, but it already covers so much of the screen. That's what's so unique about it, that I think it's there. I tried it. It's not great against PvE enemies that you can't stop in place, because people normally block those attacks and they don't, so yeah. Warhammer. The most average weapon in the game. Where's Hero's Sword? Just put it next to it. I think it's a little better because it has more shield damage, but it's right there. Nothing better. Actually, it's like here somewhere. And then Rob's Dagger. Why am I putting Rob's Dagger in front of Warhammer? I don't know. You know what? I think I'm gonna put those daggers before Hero's Sword, just because of the pure damage output that the Hero's Sword has. A wooden flail. Okay, I'll tell you a fact about the wooden flail is that if you're point blank, I think it can miss the first hit of the heavy. Charged heavy attack doesn't bonk on shield, which is interesting. But it's not a very good weapon. It's kind of bad. It kind of, similarly to the Warden's Whip, it kind of works like a zoning weapon, because you get this spin on the flail that is disjointed hitbox. It's not too great. Honestly, somewhere here, I guess. Is it better than a Warhammer? Maybe. Is it better than a Knight's Flail? No. Zanzibar's Greatsword? It's just a little worse than the UGC. Is Zanzibar's better than the Troll's Iron Sword? That depends who wields both. If I were to fight against myself, geez, I don't know. Hard to tell. Because we don't normally use the heavy weapons. Just because they're too OP when they break the shield. Let's just review what I have. Let's move back the Gruda's Gunflail to this tier. High Order Spatha is much more versatile than the flails. You can kind of play around it, but it's such a powerful poke that it has. Plus, it also crushes shields. It's here only because it's broken. So is the Spade and Lantern. The Kukri is still lacking kind of with damage. Maybe it isn't. Maybe you just need a lot of practice with it to get what you want. It's not a simple weapon to use. Maybe that's why I'm putting it back into Bard. Because simplicity is also quite important in PvP. I think the Glaive is worse than both of these weapons. Here I'm not sure about the Torturer's Spear. I think it's much faster than the other spears. So it's like a half spear. I think in general the weapons are good when they're versatile. So it has the moveset of a spear, but the speed of a sword. And that's kind of good, because you don't have to commit to being only a long-range attacker. It doesn't have an arc though, so that the clear weaknesses just speak for themselves, I think. Gladius, OP damage. You know what? Okay, so the Great Mace is very scary, but if you actually don't try to contest its range and the heavy attack, you can play around it. But not with a Gladius. Don't do that. Pyrodor Spatha, I really like that weapon, so I'm gonna keep it there. Okay, that has been the tier list for Jump King Quest Early Access. Before any updates for PvP related content. So yeah, thanks for being here and supporting this idea, I suppose. I'll make it available if you want to make your own tier list. Not necessarily for PvP, just related to weapons. Oh, thank you, Masitao, for making these wonderful icons. I'm so impressed that they look so well and they're so recognizable and clean. Alright, see you around, and I'll be here another day perhaps too. Yes, bye.